Deadstream from 2022. Summary for this film: a disgraced internet personality tries to win back his followers by streaming himself at an abandoned haunted house. When he accidentally unleashes a vengeful spirit, his comeback event becomes a fight for his life. Written and directed by Joseph and Vanessa Winter. Most notable credit was they worked together on a segment in VHS 99, which I've never seen. I've heard it's bad, though. Is it
It's
bad?
pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Wait,
There was like one enjoyable
is that
segment.
the
Yeah.
one with the rat guy in it?
I think so. Or wasn't it? Yeah, it was the one with the rat guy.
Isn't
Right?
99 the newest one?
No, the other one is forget the name of the other one.
I don't know. I like
Okay.
that rat
Remember.
segment, though. That was the
I
only
didn't.
thing
Dude,
I
I did
liked.
not.
Uh,
I don't know.
I get it.
He's like,
so,
oh.
so Randy, why don't you go ahead and start us off here?
Oh, okay. The tagline for this is "Stream, Deadstream." No, it's not really. That would have been funny if it was, but it wasn't at all.
No.
Anyways, I fucking loved this. I saw the trailer. You know, I had never heard of it, and I saw the trailer after we talked about it the last episode when we discovered the pick,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh, I'm going to check this out, and it didn't look like something I'd like. I'll be honest with you, but this had Evil Dead 2 vibes all over it.
Oh yeah.
I was enthralled. I loved the site because it's literally, you know, guys streaming. We watch a lot of TikTok around here. I'm sure you guys do too. And I say we, the royal we, just me. I'm all by myself. But anyways, there's a lot of TikTok going on, and I love when somebody goes live and there's all those comments. And
Yeah.
I loved that this movie had the comments, and if you were watching them, some of them were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like when the shit's going on, and the guy's like, "I don't believe this. That's a total troll."
Yeah,
The
right.
guy's getting like murdered, and they're like, "This is all bullshit. That makeup looks horrible."
Team
But
Percy.
yeah, I loved all the comments on the screen. Like I said, I love the Evil Dead 2 vibes. Had like a little Blair Witch feel too, which was cool.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
the original Blair Witch for the kids.
Yeah.
I love this one line in particular where he's, you know, like you said, he's disgraced, and so at the end he's thinking that he might die, and he's like, I don't want to be remembered as a douchebag.
Yeah.
He was a total douchebag, though.
Totally.
But I
Yeah.
thought that worked. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it
Yeah.
worked because he's totally like, I mean, it's not really a trope because it's true. These
Yeah.
type of YouTube guys or these type of guys, he's exactly as annoying as a fucking what's those brothers? The one's a boxer. He bought a fucking $1 million Pokemon
Pauls.
card. Yeah, the
Oh,
Pauls.
that's Paul. It's Jake
He's
Paul.
just as annoying as that, and and a guy like this would have followers. Like,
Oh
just,
yeah.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
yeah, definitely.
And when you
Someone
find
that
out why
thinks
he was
himself.
disgraced too, you're like, oh well, that tracks. You know,
Yeah.
he basically had a bum fight him, and then the bum got seriously injured.
Right.
But I love the camera work in this. I like handheld cam movies anyways. I don't know why, I just do. Like some of my favorite ones, like the LLC movie franchise we watched,
Right.
you know, Hell House LLC.
Mhm.
I think those were great. But I love that he went to each room, gave each camera angle so you knew where the camera angles were coming from.
Mhm.
I loved his little stick one that he had that was like the
Oh,
broom camera.
the beef stick. You remember
Or
that
beef
one?
stick. Yeah, that one was great.
Yeah.
I just like that they did that because people complain about that in these kind of movies. Well, how did that camera angle get into there? Now we know, you know, through the whole thing, he sets it all up real nice in the beginning. The actors were really good in this. I mean, for what we were getting, I mean, this clearly was very low budget. I don't know what the budget was. I didn't look it up, but it
Yeah.
didn't look like there was a whole lot in it, except for the makeup. Like that was my next part. The VFX was as good as the first Evil Dead movie, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So I mean, the shit looked great. The hanging lady, you know, when she attacks him. I mean, there's all kinds of the bathtub scene.
And when you see it at the end,
Yes,
it made me want to see it more earlier because it the way they were showing a lot of those creatures, wasn't like
quick.
showcasing them.
Huh.
They were really cool looking. They should have slowed it down a little bit in some of those parts and maybe
You know what I think it was though was like, especially in the woods, they did those real quick shots because they were. I feel like those were just static
Cameras.
dummies, like
Yeah.
almost like, not saying it was, but like something it's the type of thing you would buy at a Halloween store, but more upscale. It's
uh-huh.
quick and it's a good jolt.
The pacing was great. I love the visual style. I thought the acting was really good. I liked the story quite a bit. And I love the Evil Dead 2 vibes. I laughed a lot in this one. And so I gave this one an 8 out of 10. I had fun watching this movie. So good pick, Jason. My man.
Wish you could have been here.
Yeah.
John, what's your thoughts?
All right, so this was actually the second time I watched it. I think I watched it not very long after it came out on Shudder. And when I watched it that time, I was like, "Oh my god, fucking guy!" Because I like TikTok, but I'm not like watching someone's live for more than like a minute, and then I'm
Right.
out. Except this one chick, I was watching her play Zelda 64. I can watch that all day. I love I love Zelda 64. But like his obnoxiousness and just
Mhm.
his whimperiness, I know that's not a word, but that's, he's just so pathetic
Mhm.
in his quest for likes, for little hearts and
That's
money.
how those guys
Money
are.
and stuff. I know. I listen, that's their hustle. Whatever. If they're probably making more money than I am, or they're making something for doing not a lot. They're another means of making money. Go for it. I don't care. But I'm not one for those people. My daughter will watch stuff like Sniper Wolf and all that shit. I hate it. No, Sniper Wolf. It's not for me. I'm an adult.
We're trying to make him watch it, people.
Yeah.
Um, but I on the second go through, I liked it better because I understood what they were going for. I was looking for it to be more serious and not as Evil Deady the first time through.
hmm
I don't know why. It played out like a fucking comedy. I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough
Well,
attention.
I thought they even kind of sniped a little bit from what's that movie with fucking two dudes? God damn it, what's the movie called? Tucker and Dale.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, versus
Okay.
evil. Yeah.
You remember that part in Deadstream where he shoots the cop guy with the potato gun and it
Tater
makes the
gun.
hole in him, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
he like slides down on it slowly. That's the exact same joke that happens in that movie where the girl or the guys get on the spike and slowly sliding down.
Right. That's what it
Right.
was. A spike.
Yeah.
They were digging a latrine or something.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
and like he's-
Yeah,
I
and
love that movie so
Tyler
much.
Labine's like screaming, and it's the
Dude,
same sort of reaction stuff.
so great.
So I don't know if that was like a tribute to that movie or if it was just something they did parallel thinking sort of thing. But
Yeah. It was I loved it so much more the second time through, understanding what I was getting and this isn't as serious as they think it is. But it was serious. You said all the Evil Dead vibes, like 100%. Like
uh-huh.
even down to the makeup, like she looked like Cheryl
mhm.
from
Yeah.
part one, just a little bit in her
Yeah.
ghoul form. You know,
And she kind of acted the same way too. Like that was, I think,
totally.
a lot
Yeah,
of what she
demony,
was doing.
like
Yeah.
Deadite
She bites his
original.
dick in that one part.
Oh
His
man,
crotch.
it was a really good performance from them all. It really reminded me most of all of one of my favorite episodes of Tales from the Crypt. Morton Downey Jr., the talk show guy, the real
Yeah.
loudmouth talk show guy. He was
Uh-huh.
Tony Pope, that reporter in Predator 2, if
Yeah.
you remember. Um, Real misogynist bastard. He's a news broadcaster doing a live thing at this murder house. This old lady ran it and killed like 100 guys, and then herself. And he ends up getting like murdered on live TV, and this girl he's been like, I think messing around with career promises, and he doesn't give them to her. Like she's just like egging him on, making it all happen, you know. And he ends up getting like murdered on air to like the highest ratings of his life. You know, it reminded me of that so much because it was supposed to be like a live news broadcast.
Right.
So if you, I can't remember what it's called, but
I think I remember that one.
just Google
Yeah, I
it. It's
vaguely do
creepy.
too.
It was a
I re-
creepy fucking.
In this though, Deadstream, if you look at the ticker, by the end he has like over 5 million viewers.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that if that was real
That
life,
would
like,
get that would
yeah.
though. I mean, if
yeah,
you're
it
watching
would.
some
It totally would.
ghost thing on the internet, and then all of a sudden he's being attacked by clearly a thing, you know.
Oh yeah,
Right.
I mean,
they
Whether
really
or
did.
not, yeah.
I really like the effects in the movie. There were, I think there was only like one instance of, you know, for me, bad CGI, and it's so minor I can't even remember what it was, but it was necessary. You know what I mean? The way they were shooting it, and can't really use a whole lot of strings and stuff like that. It was like some jump. I can't remember something the ghoul did. I can't remember. But that was about it. I really had fun with this. The old lady they found that drew the Hamza.
oh, that was funny.
Oh shit, he's gonna die.
That was the best laugh of the movie.
That was so awesome. When the way he said tater gun, my Evil Dead vibes went to work shed. Like it reminded me of that a lot from Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
The design of the, I mean, if that was a real abandoned house, like, or they got it on a soundstage and built something, like it looked authentic.
Yeah.
It was like a real place, like, you know, hey, we found this house, or maybe they bought a house like for nothing,
or rented it for the day, you know, or two.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, exactly. What property they got and how much they had to like do anything to it. I loved that creepy ass staircase to that crawl space basement. Weren't they upstairs when they found that?
Yeah, it was like
so
they were in an
weird.
upstairs room, and then it went down.
That was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like that was trippy, that part. I was like, wait a minute. This is some like Dario Argento shit where everything's like in Inferno when everything's taking place in between the floors. Like that's the house in between the floors. And that was freaky. Like that made me, I know it was different, but like a different location or whatever. But that was
Didn't you love that when he found that hand thing, he just immediately takes it off the wall and throws it on the ground? He's like, creepy, and he's breaking it. I was dying laughing because I knew it had to have some significance.
Yeah, he's like, come on, I don't want to do anything with that. And it's like, dude, we found, and then all the comments, we found this kid. Hey, so check it out. You know, I heard about Wikipedia, you know, about you know, like it was a really, really relevant film, like horror movie, like of the times. Right. You know what I mean? Like I thought it nailed it pretty good. I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
It was a really well made film.
Yeah, it is in the era of ghost hunting and all that stuff. It is pretty on point, and it did harp on that whole thing pretty good. But right off the bat, I gave it a lot of points for referencing Ghost Dad. Like, sure. Out of all of Bill Cosby's work, which you can no longer enjoy, this was at the top of like right below the Cosby Show. It'd be like this, Leonard Part 6.
I loved Ghost Dad,
and now I can't even watch them just because of my morality standards. But this character pissed me off so many times. And I liked him more towards the end. But the dumbest thing I've ever seen a character in a movie do is take the spark plugs out, throw them in the woods, then lock himself in the house and throw away the key. I was like, whatever the fuck demons are in here, whatever happens to you, you deserve it, buddy, because you are making bad choices. And I didn't like him. So I was like, all right, well, all the constant plugging of his trying to get the endorsements and all that shit, talking to the people, that took me out of it a little bit, because I don't know, the character seemed like a poor man's Billy Eichner. Do you know who he is?
Oh yeah.
Billy on the street.
Think about how much better this role would have been if he was the guy, because he would have.
It would have been too funny, because that dude's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
But that's kind of sort of the problem I had with the comedy part of it. It wasn't as funny as, like, with a character like that, it should have been more goofball, I thought. But the horror stuff was really good, like really horror-y, like, except for the nose picking shit. That was a little bit
that was so fucking funny, because I was like, what is she doing?
So fun, so random. You don't expect it to happen, and I was like, oh, there's some Evil Dead realm stuff. Yeah.
When she did it the second time, he's like, why does she keep doing that?
Yeah. And there was a lot of funny things, like when he stabs the invisible man guy, and then he like has the garlic and he throws it at him. He's like, garlic, and nothing. And then the guy just stabs him. But
when he runs, he's like, garlic doesn't do anything.
But at first I didn't like the guy, and then whenever he's setting up all these cameras and stuff, I had a problem with his technology, because this guy isn't a ghost hunter. Based on his channel that they preview before, he's doing like all these stunts and stuff. So as a guy who's looking for he lost his sponsors, he's probably desperate for money. He spent a ton of money on fucking cameras and ghost hunting equipment, and I just don't think that's implausible to me. Also, he wouldn't have fucking a signal where they were at. So all this streaming and stuff he's doing, like multiple cameras, switching around, he wouldn't have the capability. He couldn't even run fucking TikTok. I guarantee you. He couldn't even pull. He wouldn't have a signal. I mean, the way he keeps describing how far out they are, like they're 20 miles and then whatever down this
hour down
road.
a creepy road, dirt road.
He said it was like an hour down there.
I can be just down the street and not have good
maybe he's using Elon Musk's Starlink, Frank.
Or maybe he's like got like a bunch of hot spots or something like that.
Yeah, but that was just something I got in a thought spiral about. It's not even anything that I should even worry about.
It's happening, like, Frank.
It's like whenever I get hung up on how long it takes somebody to like have a drink, or like they should be thirsty by now. I get hung up on dumb shit all the time. But
they should be thirsty by now.
Yeah, I just thought this is a fun movie. So the character, even though he was annoying, he was that kind of internet personality. So his reactions are funny. That's the good part about him. Whenever I don't care about any of the shit he says in general, but his reactions to all the shit happening to him are the most humorous stuff. And I thought the ending was really cool. Like I said, it gives you a good showcase of the creature design. It's not the funniest horror comedy, which almost makes me wish they would have just kind of scraped that comedy off of it and went hard on it, because it could have been crazy, but it does have enough laughs to call it that. It's not like that one Housebound that didn't make me laugh fucking one time. So the horror is exceptionally good for the budget they had, so I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
So yeah, not quite approved, but in the realm.